Heyo everybody, Haku here with my live reaction for Boku no Hero Academia Chapter 285, Bakugo Katsuki Rising. I'm extremely hyped for this one, not just because of the title, which is extremely hype, but because the past few weeks, well, just like the past few weeks, I've seen on the little sidebar whenever I get on Twitter that Hero Academia and Bakugo have been trending. Now, I haven't looked at any spoilers. Obviously, I always wait to do my videos for the official release and everything. So I haven't looked at any spoilers or anything. It's just like a similar situation, and I don't consider seeing the name trending as spoilery because, when Aizawa was trending a few weeks ago, I'm just like, okay, he could die, but he didn't die in that case. So in this one, Bakugo could die, but I don't think he's going to. Especially since he's such a key main character and the most popular character in the franchise. So I think that he's pretty safe, but it's cool. It's cool. I know to look out for something with his character, but at the same time, well, I mean, the title would have told me that, to look out for something with his character. But it seems like from clicking onto it and seeing the first panel, and we were having this little flashback panel, that what I was saying towards reading the end of last week's chapter is seriously coming into play, where I was saying Izuku's overdoing it. He's telling himself, okay, if I defeat Shigaraki here, if I defeat One for All, or All for One, if I defeat All for One within him, then it's all good. I don't need to worry about the consequences or what comes after. I just need to defeat this great evil now. And so he's forgetting about, trying to protect his arms, which is really not good, because even if he does defeat Shigaraki here, it's not over, because Gigantomachia is on the way, and the heroes are already really, really injured. They're already injured to the point where I don't know if they could stop Gigantomachia if he shows up to save Shigaraki. So either way, let's read. Let's see what this actually ends up being. I'd give you 2 or 3 more times, but if you keep getting injured like this, you may permanently lose the power of lose the use of your arms. And we're seeing that attack from the end of last chapter, it looks like. And a huge shockwave rippling out. All the blood flying out of his arms, like back then. That was 3 flyby hits. Detroit Smash, see, he's overdoing it. Wyoming Smash. St. Louis Smash. I'm getting hurt faster than I can heal. It's over if I don't focus on defense. If only those scummy heroes hadn't pushed me to my limit. No, other than my imperfect body, One for All is getting in the way of my dreams. That's what this power is for. And he charges in again, but Shigaraki's trying to put his hand up to get in the way of it. Texas Smash. Alright. And we're just seeing these huge rippling shockwaves every time he hits him. There's gotta be a way to put this kid down for good. Some other quirk. Gotta find one. Amazing. No, he's gonna lose if he keeps this up, says Bakugo. Deku's using his legs and air force to negate the blowback, controlling multiple quirks simultaneously. It's taking every skill he's got to keep Shigaraki in the air. But since that first hit didn't seal the deal, it's now an endurance match. Deku can't last forever against a guy who can regenerate. In a few minutes he'll be dust and have his power taken from him. You finished with that first aid, Todoroki? Yeah, what do you need? Shut up and grab a hold of me. So he called him by his actual name. Endeavor, don't waste any fire on flying up there, 'cause I've got that part covered. And Todoroki, keep Endeavor cool till the last possible moment. And we're seeing him use his teamwork and strategy like he did before. You're thinking I should finish him off with a max firepower attack. Leave it to me. But they're just kids, says Rocklock. And I love that Rocklock still cares about kids, or his idea of young people being kids. Take care of Sensei and the others. Why am I doubting him? Considering I already admitted that Deku's one hell of a hero. Got it. I like that character trait and how it's still coming into play. Now they're flying up. The moment when Black Whip is stretched out is when I strike. When I dive in there, you two get out so you don't get caught in the blast. Midoriya, hang in there. I don't want to speculate and talk about things I'm not sure of. And Bakugo's having a flashback to, All Might. He's the one who basically created All for One, right? Isn't it an offshoot of his powers? Multiple quirks, it's the same as him. Even if One for All is a cursed power. Man, that's a really cool panel. I love that. Like, just the shadow silhouette over him. That's a really good looking panel. At the same time, and we see him and Izuku as children, idolizing All Might. This is so good. And then the notebooks. I'm not gonna be your worthless punching bag Deku forever. Kachan, I'm the Deku who always does his best. These panels are so good. And he pulls him in with Black Whip again. Now. And it looks like Endeavor grabs Shigaraki then. And get out of here. You again. Oh, he's gonna do it. Prominence burn. And he just freaking face of the sun's him. That's so cool. Tomura, lend me your body. Okay, so it must be the one, or the All for One inside of him that he's been saying, no, I don't want you to take over, this is my power now. It's still trying to take him over. Because the whole thing, like, All for One gave his speech about, oh, I'm just doing what anyone else has to do. You showed me that my infinite dreams were finite and that I have to pass my will on to the next generation too. That doesn't make any sense for him because he said at the beginning, I just wanted to be the Demon Lord. So what makes more sense is that he's not just selflessly passing on his will to the next generation. He's trying to Orochimaru this shit, basically, and take over Shigaraki's body, and basically use that as a way to carry on his own dreams. But, we still see the burning going on. Endeavor. Jeez. And we see the things that he used before, like the claws. I don't know if they had an actual name. The, like, Digistruct almost looking claws that he has tearing through Endeavor. How are you not dead yet? And Shigaraki's just this burnt lump of coal. And he uses that same attack. Little brother. So it is kind of him taking over. At that moment, there were no thoughts. Just like a true hero. In my head. My body. Oh? Okay, so no, this next one's the double page spread. In my head, my body just moved on its own, and Bakugo knocks Izuku out of the way and takes the hit. Number 285, Katsuki Bakugo Rising. Next chapter is October 4th, so no break. Again, though, I think he'll be fine. He'll walk it off. I mean, we've seen people take much, much worse in Hero Academia. And like I was saying before, Bakugo is one of the most popular characters. This was a really good chapter, though. I love how we're telling the story. Well, I mean, we're telling a lot of different stories too, like with Bakugo and with Endeavor. But the two specifically I liked here is the way that we saw Shigaraki before, like, no, I'm not letting All for One take over. This is my power now. I'm going to use it for what I'm doing. But we're seeing, like, the way he says little brother, we see, like, All for One creeping more and more into Shigaraki's mind and persona. But also Izuku just rushing it, and, like, if something very, very terrible does happen to Bakugo, even if he doesn't die, if he's, like, really seriously, permanently wounded from this, is Izuku going to blame himself for being so hasty? Or if Izuku can't use his arms properly after this, at least until they find some way to heal that, because he's overdoing it. Again, I like that Izuku's pushing too hard because he has this idea that, okay, if I defeat him now, I don't need to worry about the consequences later. But Gigantomachia is still coming, and eventually Izuku's going to have to deal with those consequences later. So yeah, I really, really like the story they've been telling. And that is it for this week. I brought it up answering somebody in the comments last week, but I'm going to do a favorite characters video. I know I said I've said for years, oh, I want to do a favorite characters video. I'm going to try to do one ASAP, like maybe even by next weekend if at all possible. And then also going to do a tier list too. Going to do both tier list and favorite characters video, so keep an eye out for them at some point. Gonna have these manga videos weekly. I'd love to do more discussions and stuff. But yeah, that is it. Thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, follow on Twitter if you want. If you want a link to the Discord server, ask and I'll give you one. If you want to help support the channel on Patreon to help me keep making videos, it's patreon.com/Haku of the Tubes, or a link will be in the description. That is it. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you all next time.